revisiting our earlier photography theme, here's another picture I took on a little wallet.
Yeah, the wallets are really cool.
The wallets are cool.
Good thing you put your hand right there. I had to edit out where it was trying to show up her nostrils.
Yeah, those are really shiny. I think we talked about when we were making it, like, I hope that can't see up your nose. It apparently could.
Oh, it could. It absolutely could. Yeah, the gradient turned out really nice.
Yeah. I was worried because it's kind of plasticky. I think these had a film on it that you have to make sure you peel off.
Yes, I think so, because I remember you saying, "Oh my gosh, I almost didn't peel that off," and I could almost smell it.
Mess.
Yeah, could almost.
So this was the back of, I think, another Leaf notebook. This is actually basically what the back of the other journals are. This isn't fun. I didn't enjoy this.
I had to take over, but I've done spiral bound stuff.
I don't know
before.
I don't know what I was saying right there. I guess I was just talking about our little logo on the back of it.
And how nicely the gradient looked.
It turned out really well.
I actually, even though these are a pain to put together, I actually really like how they look. The cool thing is, obviously, you could buy other refills for those types of books. Or whatever. I'd really like to actually get a ring-bound punch. Ring-binding punch, because I think it'd be nice to do things like that. Be able to make all of the different paper packs.
Yeah.
If people were interested.
Well, and you could make like little calendars or whatever too.
Mm-hmm.
That you put together yourself.
And I don't want to do the cinch. I want to do the bigger one so I could do books. I'm trying to remember what it's called because I always... Oh, Tiance. That's the only way I remember.
I guess I was checking if it was upside down, which is weird because it's a Mousemat and it's not going to be upside down.
You just turn it and it'll be fine.
I actually have some circle Mousemats that we haven't even tried to make yet.
We have a lot of stuff we haven't tried to make yet.
Yeah, we got quite a few laser things. We've got some laser wallets. We have some flasks to engrave. We have some tumblers that I need to do, and yeah, got lots of little stuff.
We have even more than that. Even more than you think.
Even more. We did inventory the other day, and I was just like, oh, wow. I mean, it's good. You got to try new things, and there's stuff that you try that you finish the run of them, and you kind of know you aren't going to make them again because you don't enjoy how they turn out or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so you do have to kind of just save up to try some new things.
Sometimes I show the settings just
so we remember them.
Yeah.
We actually have a little clipboard behind us on a cabinet where the heat presses are. And that has all kinds of things, but I get them a little scattered sometimes, and so we don't know. We don't always know what one meant or didn't mean, so
that is just so you. It's so on brand.
I'm just
for you.
like I and the bad thing is I'm conscious of it and I try to fix it, and for some reason when I try it just descends into even more chaos. So
she's like, "Where did I put that?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't know. I don't know where you put it."
The reoccurring leaf theme again in this is because we were getting really close to the end of the farmers market, which ends in October. So this was kind of like the end of August, beginning of September, and we were just trying to make some fall, autumn themed stuff. And this turned out really good. The colors on these tiny notebooks, it's pretty.
It is really pretty. The inside ended up having like a lot of glue. I mean, we ordered these from someone else. We got the blanks from someone else, but there was quite a bit of glue in there, but it didn't seem like it messed with how it adhered, so...
And the covers of the page, like the board of the pages covers all the glue, so it's not like you see it.
Mm-hmm. Once you're finished with it, you won't see it anymore.
I don't know if we fold this up where you can see that you don't... I don't know why it's kind of messy like that, but... And then that book was a little chewed up, but you can't tell after you put it together because you have to put sticky sheets. You're about to see me struggle, and I'm absolutely completely blind, so I'm holding it right up to my face. That's why it goes in and out of the camera like that, because I was trying to get it unstuck and it was trying to pull everything apart. We hadn't used these before. Usually the place I was ordering them from, I only had to peel one sticker off the actual notebook part and then just stick it down to the cover. But these came like this, where I had to do both sides, which was very stressful for me in the moment. It was really sticky too. You can see it just sticking to my fingers, and I go to stick it right here, and it just sticks, and it won't. I guess I tried to pull it up, and I'm like, no, you're just gonna have to stay there, I guess. So, luckily it wasn't too crooked, but you can see it was a little bit on the top.
But it wasn't a big deal because even if we had had issues, I have bookbinding glue. We can just use that.
Which that's where these little guys go after I... Gosh, I'm just struggling with that. I think I want to make those, and then I see me trying to mess with that sticky tape, and I'm just like, But that's where these little guys go after we're done making them. They usually go in her book press to make sure they're really thoroughly smashed down.
Pressed.
Which we've had one for years. We have one of the first ones we made that we use to write stuff down and at the farmer's market and stuff, and it's still going strong, so.
Yep. And that one was even one that we kind of made a mistake on, and we did it too tight. See how we put it up right there and smash it together? Mm-hmm. That's how we should have done it, and we did not. We did one side, laid it down, and did the other side, and it made it too tight, and so there wasn't enough room between the text block and the back of the book, and it ended up splitting on the edges.
Yeah, so
right on the spine.
Yeah. If anybody watching this wants to do these, try to put it together how I just did, because if you lay it down completely flat and try to put it together like that or whatever, when you try to close it, it's
too tight.
It's not right, and it's too tight, and it'll split the back. Which you could see, or if you held it, you can like push it with your fingers in, the middle's a little bit loose, it kind of pushes in, and that's to make it like fit so it can close right. Which, yeah, we learned that right away, so we've never done that again on another one. These are our bigger ones. We have to put together 2 pieces of paper. Which, other things we've tried to, like, patch up like this, it just makes a freaking mess. But on these books, it works.
Mm-hmm. We keep considering getting a bigger printer, just so we don't have to deal with that as much.
Yeah. Because we just have a small Epson printer that's converted, so it only does 8.5 by, like 11, 14, whichever papers you get. I really want to get one of the bigger ones because they can do like 11 by 14, whatever, even bigger than that, and then we wouldn't have to do this. Because I have to cut it really, really close, because if I tried to overlap the papers, but it will leave a little impression. So you have to just cut it really, really close and get it lined up, which is how we end up doing these. And we actually hadn't made a big leaf one in a while, but we ended up doing it for that farmer's market just to... Notebook insert. Oh, I have to peel the stickies off. This was just an experience.
It's okay, I didn't show the whole thing for this one. I figured that you'd already seen it once.
Yeah. So that's the bigger size. The other one was a little small square size.
We made one for our sister that we said sold the sourdough bread. It's super cute. Has her little logo on it.
I know. We should have showed that. Did we film that one?
I don't think so. We had to make it very fast.
Yeah.
Very last minute. So
that was one of the first square ones that we made too. Because I wanted to try them. I figured they'd work because they're the same.
We did the leaf one first because, remember, she kept bringing the notepad.
Yeah.
And so we ended up making her a notebook instead.
Or she's trying to write it down on her phone. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, just use this tiny notebook. Actually, all these leaf tumblers turned out pretty nice.
And we sold every single one of them.
Yeah, at this farmer's market. And somebody showed up that doesn't usually go, and they're like, oh, that's so cool, and they bought one. Someone else came and bought one. I honestly...
And then someone else bought one because they saw someone leaving with the other one?
Yeah. We made like 3 of them because we were going to list them in the shop when we were finished. Because we were like, oh, we'll just do a couple fall things on the shop. Yeah, we sold all of these. We have the leaf spiral notebook, but we sold all of the... We might have even sold the leaf notebook, but I know we sold all of these tumblers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, which was crazy. We really don't make loads at the farmer's market. In fact, probably this last year that we did it was the saddest I felt.
Yeah.
There's a couple times I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm feeling sad and discouraged.
See, but we're saying it farmer's market, and it is a farmer's market, and they asked us if we wanted to go set up there because they didn't have like a super lot. And we're like, yeah, we'll go and do it, you know, because our aunt sets up down there, and then we were like, yeah, we'll sit down there because we weren't going all the time. We'd go like once a month or every couple of months or whatever. Well, then our sisters started coming down and selling sourdough at the farmer's market. You know, the farmer's market where you sell sourdough and fruit, vegetables, and not cups. But for some reason, it was working, so we were just going with it. But last year we went a lot because we went every 2 weeks when she came down to sell her bread. So I think people were just, you know, we're not making something new every single time, so I think people were just getting too used to seeing us there, whereas we had a little more novelty the year before because we weren't there all the time.
But then we also end up meeting people who, this one man has a huge telescope, and he takes these really cool pictures of space, and so they asked if we would consider making them Mousemats, cups, whatever, with their pictures on them, and so we did work like that too.
Yeah. Well, we did quite a bit of work, like, for the farmer's market. We made some hats for them to sell. She did the thrifted hats, and then we laser engraved the patches and put them on. And we've made a couple signs for people and stuff, so besides selling things, we do get work when we're there. I'm not saying we don't. We do the odd job or two, or the odd trade sometimes. I'll trade you this, and yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But, you know, that's kind of what we have around. Like we mentioned in the other video, we don't live in a big place where there's cons and all this stuff. You know, we'd have to drive really far to go and do that, so. And we're not doing fan art or whatever, and so where do you fit
Yeah.
with what you guys are seeing? This is a very eclectic mix of stuff, which we enjoy making ourselves, so we don't ever feel like super stagnant besides making 1,000 leaf things, but she's our bread and butter, so we gotta appreciate her. These steins are awesome. I wish I should have shut up for a second and talked about them because they're fun to make and they turn out well most of the time.
And it was really cool because we had someone come by last year near the end of the market, and they bought a second one. They had one, and they wanted a matching one, just so they could stick one in the fridge. And I thought that was really cool.
It was cool. We've had people do that a couple times. Someone bought like a journal, and then they come back months later and they're like, oh, I finished that journal and I wanted to buy another one. This was one of the things that we did for somebody. They sell ice cream, and so we made the little signs for them. This is our dog. Literally our dog. She drew a little picture of him to put on because we were trying these tags. And yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted
so
to know
cute.
how detailed I could get and
yeah,
how simple it should be.
Which you can see we should have probably made that, like, the him picture a little bit bigger.
Yeah, for sure.
But it, it's all trial and error and some more error.
We burn out our retinas over here showing this.
Yep. Yeah, you don't look at that. It's not good.
Pleasant. It is not pleasant.
It's a little dog tag for our cousin.
Not specifically for him, but for his dog.
Yeah, for his dog.
And then I will show there's the peach.
The pink one turned out so good, and then we tried to do a green one, and we were just fighting with it. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing inventory. Oh, gosh.
Don't worry, I speed this up.
That's good. Yeah, I'm just looking at this table, and I'm just like, we haven't tried that, we haven't tried that, we haven't tried doing that yet. Those cups that you can see sitting there that are the glass mugs, we haven't tried those yet. Counting all the sub-blanks.
There's the tiny notebooks.
Tiny notebooks, spiral notebooks, bigger notebooks.
All of our bags.
Quite a few bags. I actually had gotten some stuff to make, like, little... Oh, shoot. Why did the name just go out of my head? Whatever, like, handkerchief things.
Yeah.
And we can't find them. I don't know where they are. I got this stuff to dye them, and we finally got where I'm walking over there is another shelf. We have so many shelves, But that one's kind of now the designated laser shelf because all the big stuff we were buying wasn't fitting in the tiny cabinet we were putting it in. So.
And I had to move in some boxes over here that I was keeping elsewhere that had never even been opened before. They've been in there for months and we hadn't opened them. But the PYD ones that we were talking about, these are them.
Yeah, we have, I think, silver ones and white ones, which the silver ones turn out really well. We just kind of were honestly waiting to get some new designs and stuff going to make more, and we just, I mean, see, I'm literally opening this. We had never even opened it. It was just sitting there.
Then we have some kids' cups and things like that we haven't done too much of. And then if you see me, I just keep walking through. I'm the one wearing sweats. I just kept walking through because I was putting some books on a shelf. A lot of books on a shelf. So I was not helping with the inventory at all, aside from moving things over occasionally from different spaces.
Lots of little bags.
And then she has a little spreadsheet on her computer that she transfers a lot of this stuff over to, so we know what we have.
Still debating if we should make another tea tote bag.
Right.
A lot of these things we might end up screen printing on, but I actually originally got them to make stamps, like lino cut stamps on, but that is the process. Those little bags right there, the little brown ones with the zipper like right in the front, we got from
Blick.
When
we were in Florida. I have my own channel where I do drawing. Mostly I just draw in a sketchbook. And around the time that I did my video where I got a bunch of Blick stuff, that's when that was.
Oh, we got these little tub things just to organize some more stuff. Like I said, the cabinet that the laser stuff was going in was getting like overrun, and it had some of our pins, which we don't have a lot of pins. We have like five designs, five designs I think. And so we're kind of trying to find a new place for them, and I had this shelf here at the house and we didn't need it anymore, so I just, or not shelf, sorry, little storage container thing, so I took it over there and I'm like, oh, we can fit the pins in here. You can see all the pins in our rings for these things, for the dog tag things, because they didn't come with rings, so I had to buy them all. And then they're really small, so I had to buy a small, and I wanted it to be straight, so I had to buy a small ring, and then a big ring goes in it to go actually on the collar. I saved all these bags, because we reuse our packaging a lot, so I saved them for whatever to go into.
Just to keep it safe.
Yeah, but they're actually pretty good bags.
They're very sturdy, yeah.
Someone that I off of Etsy that I used to buy. What is it, like mulled wine stuff? The orange and everything. Used those bags, and I think I even still have one of their bags that I was saving if we needed it.
Bet it smells good.
Probably. Here we're doing our patches for our D&D books that we made and designed. Well, tabletop, D&D, whatever. We kind of based everything off of
the D&D 5e.
Yeah, the 2014 version. Our brother helped us design it, and so we were making patches for the covers of the books that people can choose if they want. As you can see, like I said, we had the Cricut mat. We were sticking stuff down onto it so that the patches don't fly away. So that's one thing. Now you'll actually be able to see it a little bit better. Did some little dragons, got a little dice. That's
we just
one
did
option.
Our brother's name.
Look how much this was, like, I told you it was like sparking a lot. I was kind of freaked out when it was doing it. It wasn't smoking, but it was doing that. I've never seen it do that before.
We already sold this patch and the green book, which was really cool.
Yeah, that was a good colorway. Those look really good together. But we have the option for this patch. We still have more of those, so we can make them. I might change where that one dragon is, but maybe not. I don't know why it looked weird in in the laser. It looks better in the pictures. Here's our, like, first player's page.
This took forever.
This took a long time. I think it took us 2.5 hours. We had 8 letter-sized notebooks, like disc-bound books that we were going to make, and it took us like 2.5 hours to print all the pages.
This was me forgetting to turn my phone the correct direction. Don't worry, I move over so everyone can see. Here we go. And I squish it.
So we did this. We print double. Well, I think we went and printed this, or punched this one first because we were just trying to make sure the size fit. So we just bought notebook paper so we didn't have to print it. So the notebook paper is like plain printer paper weight. The cover, or the player's pages, that consists of 4 pages, which is like that player's page, an about your character page, a spell attack page, and then a multi-class page, are all made with cardstock. So they're really thick, so we're hoping they'll kind of last to erasing or whatever if you don't get a plastic cover to go over it, like a dry erase cover. We're putting them all together and counting them so we can get ready to put them on, which I am not super fast at.
But I've done it before. That's the whole reason I even have the disc binding punch, is because I use disc binding books. So I'm a little bit faster at it, but I think she'll probably speed past me eventually.
I have to flip this around in a second because it was easier for me to do it this way, and I still am not super fast at it. I don't think in the printing clip, I don't think it showed, but the flying speed, we have 2 different ones. We have one that has like a dragon bat wing or whatever, and the other one has like bird wings. So we just alternated those, and each one is a set. It has the 4 players pages and then 4 notebook pages. So then there's 6 sets in the whole entire book. And these are really good because if you want, but maybe you don't want to play D&D anymore, maybe you want a multifunctional book, you want to take some character sheets out or put some other stuff in or whatever, you can do that. You could put more character sheets in. If you go online, there's like planner pages and stuff if you wanted to put stuff like that in and just buy it totally separately from this shop, as long as it was disc bound, letter size, and it fit, what's it,
Talia.
And what's the other one?
Levenger. Circa Levenger.
Yeah. So if there's a page and it says, oh, it fits any of those, it'll fit in this book. So you could, you can
change them out.
You can change them out, whatever you want.
And if you're finished with like a character sheet, you just take it out. You can store it somewhere else in an envelope, whatever, get rid of it, whatever you want to do.
Well, or if you're playing and you don't want to bring the whole book, the pages are easy to pop out. You can just, you just kind of pull up from that edge and just let them slip right out from the discs, and you could take it to a game like that or whatever you wanted to do. It's not hard to put them together or whatever.
Basically to say that they're very versatile and you can use them for whatever you want.
These are the colors we have for them right now. Just except the forest green, that we sold that one. But yeah, we're hoping we can maybe show the pages off a little bit better, and we try to kind of do neutral colors. And
that is the finished video. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yep, we appreciate it, and go check out our Etsy shop and check out her YouTube channel if you want to watch some of the drawing happen. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.